Even if, not what if. Even if, not what if. You ever gone through some situations and thinking about things and just going through all of the different possibilities and probabilities of what you're up against and about to encounter, and you says, what if this? What if that? Well, let's flip it. This morning, it's not what if, but even if. It's not what if, but even if. How about that this morning? That's what we're going to talk about on this morning. What a great morning it is. How is everybody on this morning? It's time for Morning Manna. Got a word for you on this morning. Yes, 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 yes. If you didn't pay attention yesterday, some of y'all may not be so intense on detail, but there was Memorex on yesterday. There was Memorex on yesterday, and I hope it ministered to you. I hope it ministered to you. But sometimes I'm here, I'm there, I'm everywhere. I had to do some things and had to be in Champaign, Illinois yesterday for the express honor of serving Central High School, the Maroons at Champaign, Illinois. How about that? And their teachers' professional development. They're in school today, but their professional development was yesterday. And I was one of those who was participating in that and trying to add to their leadership development. How about that? I enjoyed it. I really enjoy those kinds of things, but every now and then you got to do what you got to do, and can't be in two places at one time, but you can record. And that's what I did. How about that? But this morning, as you come on, I just wanted to just share with you very much. Have you walked through some things in life? I mean, this, that, and the other. And it was a thing of, what if this happened? What if that happens? Your mind is racing. You're going through all of the possibilities, all of the probabilities, and many of them in your head is not good, but more like negative. Well, this morning, let's flip the script from what if to even if, to even if, not what if. Let's greet some folks this morning. Good morning, Pasha, the first one on this morning. Brother Nesbitt, how are you on this morning? Z, how are you? Cynthia, how you doing this morning? Dan the man, I see you in the house. Good morning, Thelma. How are you on this morning? Laura, how are you? I hope Brother Phillips is fine on this morning. I know that Elder Hayes got over there to see him for me. I just bless God that I know that he's getting better, if not already. Good morning, Vaughn. How are you on this morning? Pamela, how are you on this morning? Brother Pope, how are you? Liz, how are you? Lenora, how are you? LaFon, how are you? Vaughn in the house. Gerald, how in the morning this morning? How are you? Dawn, how are you? Ella, how are you on this morning? Elder Mobley, how are you? Verena, how are you on this morning? Jacqueline, how are you doing on this morning? In the house, good morning, Teresa. How are you on this morning? It's a great day to be here. Pastor Sexton, how about that? Pastor Leo, how are you? Brother Joe, how are you? Deacon Joe, I meant to say. Elder Jan, how are you? Brenda, there you are. Here we go. Good morning, Deborah. How are you? It's a wonderful morning it is. And let me greet a couple of more folk, and then we're going to get into it. This morning, you ever thought about, man, what if this happened? What if that happened? What if your mind is racing? Can't catch up with your own thoughts? Let's flip the script. Not what if, but even if. What you gonna do then? What you gonna do then, Dolores, my home girl? What you gonna do then? Francine, how you doing on this morning? Yolanda, Minister Yolanda, how are you on this morning? Tasha, how are you on this morning? If it's your first, second, or third time joining us, let us know who you are, where you are. We can shout you out. Samara, we're gonna shout them out. We're gonna shout them out. Felicia, how are you on this morning? We will. Linda, how are you on this morning? The deal is this. This is the deal. When you are dealing with some stuff, your mind is here, there, and everywhere, and you can't stop from thinking, what if this, what if that, what if this, that, or the other? Well, this morning, we're flipping the script. Let's do that this morning. Let's get right into the manna on this morning.
Good morning and welcome to Morning Manna, where in 5 minutes or less, you're going to get an impartation with the text the talk, and the takeaway. Join the Morning Manna fam every weekday morning at 8 o'clock Central Standard Time. Don't forget to put in the chat the revelation that you get and share the manna. Now, let's get ready to have some manna so you can make it through your day.
Here's the text. You already know it. Hear it again for the first time. Daniel 3:16 through 18, the NIV translation. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, replied to him, King Nebuchadnezzar, we do not need to defend ourselves before you in this matter. We are thrown into the blazing furnace. The God we serve is able to deliver us from it, and he will deliver us from your majesty's hand. But even if he does not, we want you to know it. We ain't bowing, bro. We're not. Not what if, even if. Let's put this in the context of faith and look at it through that lens. Faith is not only about believing God, it's about trusting him even if he doesn't do what we expect. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, which were their oppressors' name that gave them, knew God's power wasn't up for debate. What was on trial was their trust and our trust. Let's put it in context. The real test of faith is not what will God do, but will I still trust him if he does not do what I want him to do? Faith that only works when God says yes is not faith. That's a transactional relationship. And God is into transformational relationships. Kingdom faith says, even if he doesn't fix it, heal it, change it, deliver it, or do it the way I had pictured it, I'm still not going to bow to the enemy. I'm going to trust my God. There's three things to talk about the text that I want you to get. Put them in the chat area so others can get it. The cumulative effect of the revelation you get creates the community that we want. Even if means your faith is anchored in who God is, not in what God does. Yeah, put that in the chat area. Number two, even if faith survives disappointment because it's built on relationship, not results. When God doesn't do what I want God to do, I'm still in relationship with God because I'm not into the results. I'm into the relationship that I have with God. Number three, even if faith confuses the enemy because they can't threaten you with loss when you've already surrendered everything to God. Glory, hallelujah. That'll preach. You already know it. Let me say it again. Even if faith confuses the enemy because the enemy can't threaten you with the loss of something. Oh, it's not going to happen. It's not going to go. Because you've already surrendered everything to God. Hear me. What's your takeaway this morning? Your takeaway is this: don't just believe for the miracle, believe in the miracle worker. Don't just believe for the miracle, believe in the miracle worker. That's going to preach. You already know it. Hey, share the manna. Don't keep it to yourself. I hope this was an impartation that's going to bless you through the balance of your day. The Lord be with you today. May his face shine upon you and give you peace. Share the manna. I'll see you tomorrow morning for more morning manna.